I'm walking the road, picking cans and bottles and so on. I've got my grabby claw. Plastic. Sometimes they're aluminum, but not in this case. 80 kilometers begins. We can drive fast. We can. 80 kilometers is actually 50 miles per hour for those who are on the older system, like in the United States and whatnot. If you're driving 80 kilometers per hour, you're actually driving 50 miles per hour. Most highways in Canada, that's the speed limit, is 50 miles per hour or 80 kilometers per hour. Of course, Justin Trudeau's dad, Pierre Trudeau, who was Prime Minister in the 70s, put us on the metric system. I got really good at converting miles per hour to kilometers in my head because most guys my age did, because you had to, because we were driving old cars, and when you were driving old cars that were marked in miles per hour, but all the signs changed in 1977 to kilometers. I got my license in 1984. So in 1984, a 1977 model car was still pretty new. It wasn't something I could afford to buy. And so I was driving stuff that predated 1977, so my speedometer was always in miles per hour, but the signs were like that. They were in kilometers per hour. And so you had to get really good at converting in your head. So basically, "50 kilometers per hour is 35 miles per hour. 60 kilometers per hour is 40 miles per hour. And 80 kilometers per hour is 50 miles per hour. And I'm not quite sure what 100 kilometers per hour is in miles per hour, because with the old cars I was driving, you wouldn't dare go on a 4-lane highway, you know. But I know the speed limit on a 4-lane highway in Canada is 100 kilometers per hour. But I don't know what that is in miles per hour, because like I say, I never had to convert it, because there was no way I was going to be driving, you know, a 1967 Chev or a 1947 Ford or a 1947 Dodge or whatever on a 4-lane expressway. Although one time in the 1990s, actually, I owned a 1947 Dodge, and I did take it on the Queensway, which is the 417 highway, which is a 4-lane expressway, and I decided I was going to find out what it could do. So on a long open stretch, well before I got into the city, I opened it up, and I had it up to 80 miles per hour, and it still had lots more power available. I could have gone a lot faster than that, but what happened is I couldn't steer it anymore. Once I got up to 80 miles per hour, it became just too hard to handle. It was just impossible to control where it went. So that's why I dropped my speed then. So I know I could go 80 miles per hour in that car with no problem at all. And I know I could have went faster, but I probably would have wrecked the car if I had. All right. If I had got stopped by a cop, that would have given him a good story to tell. If I had got stopped in 1998, driving a 1947 Dodge and doing that kind of speed. Anyway, that's it for now. We'll talk to you later. There's my haul so far. Each of these cans is worth 10 cents at the beer store. So I'm keeping those out of the, except for the ones that are all crushed, I'm keeping them out of the scrap aluminum. And this here isn't worth very much. It's worth, so, I don't know how many cents per pound this is worth, but not very much. I do know that it takes 29 pop cans to make a pound of aluminum. I do know that. So for every 29 pop cans I find, I have a pound of that's a pound of aluminum I can sell, but I don't know what the price is right now. It won't be very much anyway. All right, we'll talk later.